member of the Anglican Church all my life and a member at St. George's since the early 1980s.
We have been involved at St. George's for 10 years.
Since 1990 when we built this church. Before that, in the other old church in Maple Ridge.
I would say over 40 years ago.
Yeah.
My age, I've given half my life to St. George's, so.
We talked about what we felt God was calling for our church to become, being full and vibrant and lively and young and growing. We decided to look outside of what had already been done.
I mean, we went from a small church that we had 6 people on either side to this huge building with the hopes that we would fill it.
It's nice to see it growing.
I can go on and on about the new people that come by word of mouth to see what's going on and are staying.
We are making use of our current technology to make the services accessible on the overhead display so that people can focus on worship and not on finding the right book or the correct page. My mother, who was 97, had stopped coming to church because she found that the service moved too fast for her and she couldn't keep up with all the books. Now she doesn't have to worry about that and just enjoys the energy around her.
And the music is much livelier. It gets people up and they get more involved.
I find myself bouncing up and down a little bit and clapping my hands. And
the music and the energy has been a real energizer. My boys, who I used to have to drag to church each Sunday, now want to go to church and want to be a part of it.
The kids are so engaged with it. They love coming to worship. They love playing with, and it's given them another avenue for finding their own spiritual path.
I just love seeing the children, letting the children be children. They get up and they can play instruments. They're not told to shh, 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 shh. It's really nice to see them take ownership of the church.
It's just so nice to have a whole family environment with the kids enjoying with us.
It's more relaxed in the service now. That's encouraging people that aren't comfortable in a very traditional church.
I was told when I first arrived that I was welcome to come however I liked, if I wanted to be quiet at the back or if I wanted to join in.
The changes that have been made, not robing, with the change of where the clergy sits and the music, all of those things were huge changes. But the changes we've seen since then that have resulted with the pews filling up and filling up with young children and families has been so wonderful. And those who were who were opposed to the change before, for the most part, have come along on this journey with us.
The life groups are one that I have found really affected my life in a positive way. I no longer think of church as just Sundays. The Wednesday life group I go to really helps me explore my faith throughout the week and think about how I can be a positive change in the workplace and in the community.
I really appreciate the life groups because it's given us the opportunity to talk about our faith and to talk about our lives with the people that we see at church every Sunday but don't always have the time to really connect with.
It's a way where we can get together, we can pray for one another, we can grow deeper in our faith together.
Always make a point of bringing my own Bible to church now. Those pieces are connected, so I'm able to touch base with all of my life group and have my Bible at life group and have it in service.
I had grave concerns about the Alpha course at the beginning. The opportunity to take part in Alpha as a helper and to really see how it can be run, that can bring people closer to God. People that may not have ever even stepped foot in the church. And they came and they got a meal and they got some answers.
So many ways to communicate through the internet and social media, but also the opportunity to invite people to gather and meet.
My wife found St. George's online through the web page and the Facebook page, and so she started coming. And with all the nice things she was saying about the place, then I decided I should come too. One visit to see her baptized was enough for me to start coming on a regular basis.
People have been invited to give testimonies at their baptism, how they've been touched by the Holy Spirit, and I think specifically those testimonies have really built up my own faith and have gotten me excited about it again.
I came to St. George's for a great nephew's baptism. That was the day that I was blessed with the Holy Spirit. I'd never gone to church. When I went and did communion with the family, it just happened in that moment. It was just the most beautiful thing I'd ever experienced.
Baby Cafe is a safe and warm and very welcoming place where parents can just be. They can be honest, they can vent, they can make friends.
It can be a very lonely time when you first have a baby, and you can feel quite isolated. So it was a means of engaging people both with each other, but also with the church community.
Baby Cafe has been awesome. So we got to go with a great group of mommy friends. She's got a great group of little baby friends.
There's welcoming volunteers, and the ladies come and they serve you your drinks, and it's a really nice place for moms.
It's just making a place of hospitality.
And so we started with 2 families, and we've grown in the last year to up to 20 some weeks. All sorts of people come to Baby Cafe. We have people from all different kinds of backgrounds, different histories, different religious beliefs.
I work as a public health nurse with families in Maple Ridge, and I'm so grateful to have Baby Cafe as a place where I can send parents. So many moms these days feel isolated on their own, trying to navigate the new parenting thing.
And Danny really likes to play with all the other kids, and we've connected with a lot of moms and have made a lot of friends.
I can be tired Wednesday morning, but after I've been to Baby Cafe, and I've been with the mothers, but especially the babies, and I'm energized every time I come.
It's just been a really positive experience to see how God is at work in the lives of so many people, and I'm incredibly encouraged.
In the silence you won't let go.
I found that the vision of each parishioner being involved in one service a week, one ministry, and belonging to a life group very freeing and refreshing.
We had a conversation at church that was very forthright and was very clear in what amounts people could be giving. We changed our philosophy on giving. We were able to find a way to give substantially more.
What I think's happened recently is we've been refocused as a congregation on Jesus as the center of our faith and encouraged to recognize how the Holy Spirit is working in our lives.
I can actually feel the Spirit in St. George's, and I can see people light up as they're there.
I mean, I'm somebody who only ever prayed when there was danger. And now I pray every day.
We've allowed our lives to be refocused on Christ and encouraged to just let the Holy Spirit draw people in.
And that's had a huge impact, not only on how we worship here at St. George, but how we go as disciples into the world and live our faith.
Now every time I leave here, I have more hope.
Sometimes change is difficult, but it'll slowly happen. You'll get it done.
You have to have a vision. When that vision is made, stick with it.
Everybody should go through a change sometime, and this is our change for the good.